Hello. Okay, hi guys. I'm going to try and hold the camera a little closer and talk a little louder. I think the volume of my voice is probably the biggest problem with sound. Because I'm trying to keep quiet. I don't know why. It's not like people don't notice you're doing this. If you keep quiet, they see it. I wanted to show you guys the market that I go to. I'm just spinning around. This is the market that I shop at. Mostly this is the meat part. Actually, I could walk through so I can show you the rest of the market. You can also see if I overpaid for apples, which I think I did. I feel like there's more pears here. Maybe I'll switch to pears because, you know, there's any place you can use an apple, you can use a pear. And I want to show you guys the lady I usually buy from. She may not be keen on being filmed. Hi, I'm just walking through. So, hi. I buy from her all the time. Okay. I'm here almost every day. Yeah, I had to get used to not buying 2 weeks worth of groceries at once. If you even buy your groceries once a week, you're not eating fresh vegetables. Which I've always known that, but you know, it is so much trouble in the U.S. to try and go every day to a grocery store. But nobody's going to do that. Understandably so. That was the seafood part too. Seafood part. Can't really see much, but that's all right. I don't get seafood here. I don't eat a lot of seafood. I don't eat a lot of meat at home. I'd just about be a vegetarian if it weren't for going out. But it's easier and safer to cook vegetables at home. I've got a couple of pieces of meat in the fridge, chicken breasts and whatnot, and I pull them out occasionally, maybe enough to have a small amount in one dish every day. I'm still on board with the idea that you don't really need to eat a lot of meat. I'm not the paleo diet. I think that's bullshit anyway. People are like, I mean, the whole idea of the reason they call it a paleo diet is because you can eat like our ancestors evolved to eat. But yeah, our ancestors died before they were 30, genius. That's not a real convincing argument. It may be the best, healthiest thing to do. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. But that is not a good argument. That you should eat like your ancestors because evolution, blah, blah, blah. Evolution doesn't care if you live past 30. It just cares that you reproduce. I mean, it doesn't care about anything. I think we personify things too much. Anyway, I had cherries on my list, but boy, cherries are, they have them in a store across the street. 1 kilo is like $60. So that's 60 US, I mean. So that's way too expensive. I'm not doing that. Now I'm just walking home. Thought you might want to see the market. And today's update is basically a trip to the market. And it's the beginning of the day, so really I don't have anything new from yesterday. I think yesterday I said I was going to develop that curriculum. I probably should pare that down to I'm just gonna find the software to do the curriculum. Find that my biggest problem is I just have these big, large-scale views of or ideas about what I need to do, and it's great to be able to plan ahead like that. But then you've really got to break that down to every day and, well, what do I need to get done today? And I still I'm like, well, I can do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, I don't know why I think that, because I never get that much stuff done. By the time you go to the market, do your house cleaning, and everything else you need to do for the day, you're not really doing all that much. I mean, you're not getting that much on the stuff that needs to be done. Because there's just not that many hours in the day. At least not when you get older. I think there was a lot more hours in the day when I was younger, but not now. Anyway, one thing I like is lunch. I'm already exhausted. I went to eat. Oh, I went to eat at the place I did during the lockdown. That in town. Terry woke up at like 7 this morning and he sent me a message. He's like, "Do you want to go out to eat?" And like, we went out, and he's like, "This is the first time since I've been here," and he's been here since March. This is the first time I've been up this early. I'm like, well, I usually get up at 5, but I had not last week. I was very much sleeping late. That's 8 o'clock. Last week, I don't know what the deal was, but I need to get my keys out. It's always a juggling act to hold this thing and still do what you need to do. Anyway, yeah, so I went there, and that's like one of the things I want to film. This place is really good. I don't know what you call the soup that they serve, but it's this noodle soup, which is pretty standard in Asia, noodles for breakfast. Except this soup has liver. So here's where I say when I go out I eat a lot more meat. It's got liver, pork. It's got a shrimp in there. Shoot, what's the other thing? They've got this great little, I don't know, again, I don't know what you call it, but it's this little pastry-like thing that is wrapped, it's not wrapped in meat, it's meat is wrapped in it. And it's deep fried, so it's really crisp. And so they put that on top. And I always eat it as soon as, like the first thing, because if you let it get soggy, the fun is gone. Because it's just a crisp thing, and it's really fun with the noodles. What else do they have in there? Shoot. And it's really good. There's just a ton of different mix of stuff, and it all works together. It's a really good breakfast. He said he enjoyed it, but I'm not convinced that my tastes are normal anyway. Just the fact that I like durian puts me in a pretty small category. Let's put my eggs away. I don't want to let them stay warm. I don't know that nothing is refrigerated in the market, but it's all fresh, so it doesn't need to be. They also sell unrefrigerated milk here, which means it's not pasteurized, which is unusual. We don't do that in the U.S. Although other places, so that's not that rare. Milk doesn't really need to be pasteurized. It's actually, I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist and say it's actually bad for you. Pasteurized milk is fine, but that's what puts the very brief window of what do they call it? Viability to milk. But once you kill all the bacteria that's in it, then it's just like a perfect breeding ground for new bacteria. So the first time new bacteria gets introduced, it goes crazy. Whereas the bacteria that was already in it is usually pretty safe, because it's it's already in the living thing. So it's at least working with the cow, or working for the cow. Anyway, I don't know anything about any of that because I'm not an expert. I'm going to try and keep advice like that out of my larger scale videos if I ever do them. I feel like if I do those videos, that one thing that doing these posts is proving is that I need to sugar, I want sugar. I need to script things because I just talk out of my head when I'm doing this, but I do need to get used to talking to the camera and putting on record what I want to do, which is today is search for, what's I going to do? Search for the software for making a curriculum. That's my thing for the day. I'm trying to work out a plan. I should probably write it down, but I won't. It's like, here's my ultimate goal, and here's the things that I need to do to get there, and just keep working backward until you get to today. Here's the first thing I need to do. Yeah, I used to have some software for that. Maybe I can find something online. That's what I'll spend half the day doing, is searching for a software so I can make out a plan to know that I need to do the thing that I already know I need to do today. That's what keeps me from getting anything done. That and naps, because I'm tired and take another nap. I'm trying to get off sugar. When I say off, I don't even mean like cold turkey. I just mean like I'm so bad about going to the Circle K and I'll just come up. It's not always an excuse that I'm going. Like I needed water the other day. I needed water frequently because I don't have a delivery service here yet because obviously no job. Yeah, so I'll go out and I'll go to the Circle K for water, and they'll have a sale on ice cream bars, and I'm like, sale? Okay, ice cream bars. You had me. All right, you had me at Circle K, really. Because there's always junk there. They're just, for the drug of sugar, they are my dealer. Of course, everyone is, because sugar's everywhere. So I'm trying to cut back on sugar as one of the possible reasons that I can't lose weight. And I'm guessing that's actually a pretty legitimate reason why I can't lose weight. Anyway, one thing I was going to mention before I let you go, because I don't want to try and go all the way up to the 15 minutes. That's really for when I don't want to speak. And then I'm like, no, you've got to go to 15 minutes. But by the time I even get to 10, I'm like rattling like this, rambling, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, and then I can't stop at 15 minutes. So anyway, the one thing I was going to say before I turn this off is the market area there. I'm not doing it on these because you can't flip the camera and you got to do one or the other, and I don't want to take editing time for these because it's a daily thing and this is not my full-time job. Would that it was. But that's the sort of place where I want to go with a camera, like a camera, and show the market because it's cool. That's the cool thing that I do every day. And I'm only ever going to get some B-roll shots to put while I'm talking about something legitimate, unlike these videos. But that's like a goal in my head. Okay, so that's a long-term goal. Today's goal is waste a lot of time looking for software you don't need, and then not have enough time to look for the software you do need. That's my goal for today. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow.